Welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills. We're in suburban Detroit, the home of the Pistons, where we'll be broadcasting today's game live. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Coming in off the road, the Pistons are back in Detroit for this game. They are 4 games out of the final playoff spot, so they'll need some good breaks down the final stretch to make it happen.
Well, in this league, the road is always tough on a team, Kevin, and anytime you get a chance to get home, you feel confident that you can stop any bleeding, and that's what this team is looking to do. Being at home, some home cooking, maybe they'll get things turned around.
And hopefully their fans embrace them and have some patience rather than getting on their case if things continue to go poorly for them. So more than at any other time, this is when they need their fans.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Anthony and Stoudemire make up the forwards. A-Train is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Wade in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's A-Train, coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. Feeds to Carmelo. Wade sets the pick for Anthony. Makes it off the glass. Anthony's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Knicks.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. He said a big part of this game will depend on how well they can slow down Carmelo Anthony. He added with his size and shooting ability, he can score inside and out. We're going to try a couple different coverages and show him different looks over the course of the game to try to keep him off balance. And guys, I guess we'll see how it works. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And so here is New York following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's A-Train. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. A-Train's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Knocks it loose, and they're pushing it up. Here's A-Train. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north. He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Detroit shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. The Knicks leading by 3. He dishes it to Stoudemire. Wade on the wing. Monroe against Stoudemire. A-Train, and the Knicks good for 2.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Kicks it to Smith. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Smith. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Pistons have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Free throws.
Free throw good, Smith. Both free throws good from Smith. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's A-Train. He's got 7. Wade dishes to Stoudemire. Stoudemire the screen, 5 to shoot, and Smith with the block. Pass to Monroe, and it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. We always like to break down the league leaders at their respective positions, so check out this group of small forwards with the highest field goal percentages since All-Star. Third is Carmelo Anthony.
And that tells you about those players' ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
But you also have to have an excellent outside shot, and all of them do it. Small forward, you have to be reliable from the perimeter as well.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game. First one falls for him.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for A-Train. He's already got 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
All free throws good from A-Train. Pistons trail by 3. Dishes to Crowder. Here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Shumpert. Clock at 6. And it's Smith missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Anthony is good for 3. Anthony's got 5 now.
Boy, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Smith kicks to Crowder. Back to Smith. The pass to Crowder. The Pistons working the ball around now. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Crowder's got his first 2 points.
Here's a look at some stats for Carmelo Anthony. He's been really tearing it up on the court since the All-Star break. 14th in scoring, and there aren't too many guys more efficient offensively around the league. He's in the top 15 in field goal percentage.
And I think this is a good time, Steve, to touch on it.
Here's A-Train. 9 points in the game so far. With that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pine.
Wade misses.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
And so it's Detroit with the ball, trailing by 4. And Monroe kicks to Smith. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Smith's got 6.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
No good from A-Train. The Pistons shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. The dish now to Monroe. And it's Smith, top of the key. Shot clock at 6. Crowder, the pass to Monroe. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And that makes it a tie ball game. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's A-Train. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Shumpert. 6 on the shot clock. Here's A-Train. Traps in the tray. A-Train's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Knicks.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Pass to Monroe. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's Wade with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
Smith outside. He feeds it to Crowder. Here's Caffey. Excellent D there from Stoudemire.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, and that's due to their physical play. They're scrapping and clawing for each and every rebound out there.
Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
Their offense really sputtered in that game. They went through stretches where points became very hard to come by.
And Steve, you know, their play wasn't terrible. It wasn't too bad, but this game still is about making shots, and the shot making wasn't there.
New York leading by 3. Here's A-Train. And it's off from three-point range. There's 1:47 left to play in the first. And there's the feed to Caldwell Pope. Monroe with a screen on Shumpert. Caldwell Pope dishes to Monroe. That is good.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
New York foul. Second personal, 13.
So for the Pistons, Smith checked in.
Nice shooting.
What do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fella.
And Smith comes in for Monroe, and it's Crowder in for Caldwell Pope. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Wade, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Early comes in for Anthony. Iman Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's A-Train in for Williams. Smith is out there with Smith. Then there's Bellinelli. Then it's Jay Crowder. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. A-Train in their last time out against the Timberwolves put on a show. He ended up with 38 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Smith against Wade. Smith with a wide open look.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's A-Train. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And that's 15 points for A-Train.
Well, he made 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, so he continues to shoot the ball well.
Feeds it to Smith. Out to Smith. Nice ball movement by Detroit. It's stolen by Wade. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Smith outside to the inside. Caffey. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
For Detroit, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. The first free throw is good. A different look for New York. Anthony comes in for early, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Hardaway. Second free throw, no good.
Now, slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Timberwolves at Target Center.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. It seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. If they had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
New York leading by 10. Outside jumper. Here's A-Train. Bellinelli is covering. Here's Anthony. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Anthony's got 9.
The field goal percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now.
Well, they should be winning. They're shooting the ball like that. This is a very efficient offense we're seeing out of this club.
Hey, tempo, tempo, tempo. I want us to get out in transition, leak out if you have to, but I want to see some easy, fast break opportunities.
And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. You take a look at the A-Train, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And you just can't say enough about the value of a player like him who can attack a defense in so many different ways from the point.
Yeah, you know, individual scoring he has, as well as keeping all his teammates so involved in the offense, that's a hard job, and it's an ideal combination for a point guard.
And Bellinelli kicks to Smith, expanding his range. Smith with the basket on the assist by Smith. Smith's got it back down to within single digits for Detroit. Inside. And again, Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Smith outside. Smith outside. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his second bucket tonight. New York leading by 9. Shot's good from A-Train.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
I love it. Old school, just physical play in the paint, dominate.
Here's Caffey. The Knicks pull it in. Wade's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Beverly. And the 3 off target. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside. Since the start of the second quarter. Kicks it to Smith. Takes it from 10. The rebound by A-Train. A-Train's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Offline with the baseline jumper. Pistons trailed by 11. Passes it to Bellinelli. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. The 3. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Doubled by Smith. So it's Detroit now. And there's the call on A-Train. That's his first foul. Monroe's checked in for Detroit. Caldwell Pope comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Stoudemire's checked in. Smith on the wing. 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Monroe. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
And a moment now to check out the lowdown on the numbers for Smith. A breakdown since the All-Star break. He's averaging 11 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about him, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
Good. And that's now 19 points for A-Train.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
I think our shot selection could be a lot better on the offensive end, so be patient. If you don't have an open look, move the basketball. Eventually, someone's going to be wide open for the shot. Now let's go.
With Detroit since the All-Star break, we get a look at the numbers they've put up. 11th in steals, 12th in fewest turnovers per game. And for opponent scoring numbers, not so strong. Only in the top 20 in the league in that category. They leave a lot desired at the defensive end.
Monroe with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Caldwell Pope. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And his shot blocking was a major factor in that game, Kevin. 3 blocks, strong presence in the paint.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backcourt.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, partner. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Pass to Monroe. Screen by Monroe. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good on the baseline jam. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
There's 1:26 left in the first half of the game. Out to Stoudemire. Some nice passing by New York here. And he gets it to go. A-Train's got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
Yeah, and guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Anthony against Smith. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Here's Crowder. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. From 15 feet away, it's rebounded by New York. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. It seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up. This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Pistons trailed by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dishes it to Monroe. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope kicks to Crowder. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Crowder's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's A-Train. He's got 24. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. And the Knicks lead by 15.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks out front, up by 15. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Josh, what do you need to do in the second half as a team to come away with this win tonight?
First 5 minutes is going to be big for us. We got to go out with the same intensity and energy that we did in the second quarter. We have to withstand it for 2 more quarters and hopefully come out with a win.
Josh, thanks for the time. Good luck in the second half. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about. Let's talk about how to keep it going. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. We did do a good job finding space on the perimeter, moving the ball around and getting open looks from three-point range. That was a big plus. And in this half, I want us quick to get out on the break. Let's get headed up the floor as soon as we get our hands on the ball. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Hello outside of the 3 with Amari down at power forward. Amon Shumpert is out there with A-Train. And it's Wade in at the 5, roaming the paint. Left side, Shumpert, out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And let's take this chance to look at some of the perimeter players who aren't afraid to mix it up in the middle either. These are the top rebounding point guards in the league. You take a look at the A-Train, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
This is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do it.
You know, it definitely sets them apart from most of the other point guards in the league when you can glass eat like that. They've got a little bit of that big man attitude in them, battling in the paint when the shot goes up and feeling like they can get some rebounds too.
The pass to Shumpert. Here's A-Train. Got it from 16 feet. A-Train's got 28 points for the game.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Soft touch off the glass.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. There's a screen to the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Caffey. Second chance shot. The offensive rebound. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. The dish to Monroe. Over Anthony. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Monroe. New York's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Shumpert passes to A-Train. He feeds it to Stoudemire. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Take a look at New York. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And checking out Detroit, down 4 spots from them.
Well, right now for the Pistons, they just haven't shown the kind of toughness and resilience I expected to see from them this year. Whenever they face some adversity, they haven't been able to fight through it.
Which is really the difference between good teams and great teams, Clark. There's always going to be adversity for everybody. It's how you fight through it that really defines who you are as a team.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's A-Train. 28 points for him. Anthony right side.
Detroit needs to do a better job guarding against Carmelo Anthony.
He has 11 points and several assists. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And one's really fed into the other.
New York shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And New York making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And both free throws good for Anthony.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Monroe dishes to Smith. Here's Caffey. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 9. The Knicks leading by 9. They set the pick. Hardaway from outside. Second shot opportunity. The layup good by Wade.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
Smith on the wing. Smith right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caffey. Nailed from three-point land. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's A-Train. Craig Monroe with the rebound.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Pass to Crowder. Here's Caldwell Pope. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Knicks with the lead. A-Train, the pass to Hardaway. Passes to A-Train. Puts it up. Shot is no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 14.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Wade kicks to Stoudemire. There's the pick. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
The feed to Monroe. Out to the right wing. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. No luck. And New York the other way now. At one point, they led by 16.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Pistons trailed by 8. Feeds to Smith. He kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Smith. He tries for three, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. For the Pistons, Smith checked in for...
Too many turns.
For New York, Williams. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Caldwell Pope dishes to Bellinelli. Off target with the free throw line, James. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
The end of the regular season is in sight. Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks this Friday. Don't miss it.
And Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Man's that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for shooters, as you well know, with you.
Yeah, no question.
Jay Crowder out there with Smith. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Smith in at center. That's the group for Detroit right now. Shot clock at 2.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
A big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
To the inside, here's A-Train, and the layup's good off the glass. A-Train's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Bellinelli passes to Smith. Smith kicks to Crowder. From outside, off the mark.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Pass to A-Train. Wade on the wing. A-Train, the pass to Carmelo, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Knicks lead by 13.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
There's the pick. Screen by Smith. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Bellinelli. He dishes it to Smith. Crowder, the pass to Bellinelli. Out to the right wing. Here's Caldwell-Pope. No good with the triple. The Knicks leading by 13. And he lobs it up. And then Smith with the dunk.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Smith. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Shooting for Detroit, Josh.
No good on that one. So both teams changing it up here. so neither attempt will fall that time for him.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Now the pass to A-Train. Stoudemire, right side. Smith dishes to Shumpert. From past the arc. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Stolen by Wade. It's taken away by Smith. Pass break Detroit.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Shot clock at 6. Here's A-Train. No good from outside.
It's been a tale of 2 halves, huh, guys? He was on fire from long range in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Bellinelli. Crowder kicks to Smith. Puts up a 3. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And slam dunk by Shumpert.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Screen by Smith. Smith on the wing, wide open. That drops. Here's A-Train. Stoudemire, the screen. A-Train, the pass to Stoudemire. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Here's A-Train. No good on the 3. Pistons trailed by 18. Here's Caffey. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul. Caffey. Shooting free throws.
He's off on the first. Monroe's checked in for the Pistons. And a switcher also for New York. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Smith. He's off on the second. Knicks on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Dives for it. Dishes it to Wade. Passes it to A-Train. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And now that's 35 points for A-Train. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. The dish to Bellinelli. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Here's A-Train. He feeds it to Shumpert. Pass to A-Train. Here's Wade. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Knicks lead by 21. The Pistons shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Pass to Monroe. Here's Crowder. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
There's the pass to A-Train. Back to Shumpert. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. With the fadeaway. No luck.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Careful. Wade is covering, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
That free throw, no good. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And he's good on the second. Here's A-Train. Out to Anthony. The feed now to Shumpert. Here's A-Train, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Amazing hops exploding to the bucket.
Kevin, you don't expect to see that coming from the point guard position.
No way.
Boy, can he elevate it. That size, that's impressive.
Now Monroe kicks to Crowder. And he gets it to go. So it's the Knicks now. Stoudemire, the screen to the paint. Wade, right side. Anthony against Monroe. Poke loose, 6 to shoot. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Shot from 12. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
Pistons trailed by 20. And it's Monroe at the elbow. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
Anthony dishes to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Stoudemire, the pass to A-Train. Wade against Monroe.
Hey guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Knicks.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
Well, they've put themselves in the driver's seat as it applies to this season series. The win will give them a 2-1 edge with 1 game left.
And, you know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means a lot.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for A-Train. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
And he can't get the first one. So both teams making changes here. So no problem.
Well, your perimeter game had a huge impact on the outcome tonight. What does your ability to connect from the perimeter mean to this basketball team?
Oh, it just opens up a lot of different things inside for the rest of us. I'm never going to be the kind of guy that can just shoot our team to victory, but I can play the role of hitting a few shots early and making things easier inside for the bigs. You feel me?
We got you loud and clear. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.
man, on fire.
Yeah, Jack, what up, man? So we in business or we in business?
You're definitely the name that's being thrown around the water cooler lately, no doubt. You keep doing what you're doing, keep rising up, then yeah, we in business.
Yeah, man, because I'm seeing a signature shoe line and some commercials.
Interesting. Interesting, because I was about to say I've been seeing something out.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Long road left to travel. You're a player now, sure. Not like old J.E. in his prime, no. But everyone is talking about you. You're all over the highlight reels. Remember, though, this is Nike, Jordan. We are the cream that floats above all else. We tell you when it's time, not the other way around.
Hey, listen, Jack, I ain't ego tripping, man. I'm just trying to be part of the family. I'm gonna earn my way up. You just show me how, all right?
Smart man. Smart. Okay. We'll be in touch. You keep balling, we'll keep talking.
Like I said, it's your show, homie.
I'll be watching.
It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right, man.
No, you took the long view, and that's always a good call. Now, all you gotta focus on is getting to the end of that rainbow, where we're gonna party with that sweet leprechaun who's gonna give us his big fat pot of gold. Never mind the troll who's guarding it.
Do you even believe half the stuff that comes out of your mouth? And look, you got your fairy tales all mixed up. Trolls guard bridges.
You know who doesn't have a troll? Adidas. They just sent me a text. They want you.
What? Why do you keep waiting to tell me this stuff, man? The Adidas D-Rose is all I wanted when I was in school.
It's all teed up. You say the word, I'll make it happen. Or we'll go back to Ellis for one final meeting to make it official with either Nike or Jordan. And don't get worried. There are ample opportunities with all of them. I'm talking commercials, billboards, personal appearances, signature shoes. Oh yeah, and plenty of money. This comes down to personal preference. I'll do whatever you want. It's your call.
It's Jordan all the way for me, baby. I always saw myself being a Jordan brand athlete.
Jordan it is then. I'll set up the final meeting with Ellis and we'll get this done.